Hi there. My name is Dara Kiley, and I'm with Looking Glass Realty in Asheville, North Carolina. If you're thinking of selling your home this spring, even if it's a maybe, then this conversation is for you. Selling your home does not have to turn your life upside down. Selling your home needs to be strategic, not stressful. The spring season has long been considered the busiest real estate season. The flowers are blooming, buyers are energized, and expectations are high. But it doesn't have to be stressful. It needs to be strategic. And working with the right agent and figuring out those strategic steps, that's what we're going to talk about today. What you need to do this spring to get your home sold and what you can skip. Let's talk about the first thing. It's not glamorous or fun, but it is the cheapest, and it is the most important thing, and that is decluttering. Take a look at your countertops. Kitchen countertops, desks, dressers. Those need to be clear. They need to be clean. You need to edit your bookshelves or just shelves in general. I know if you're like me, I have lots of doodads and knickknacks amongst my books. You need to put those away in a box. You need to move furniture if you have too much of it somewhere else. You need to pack away clothes that you aren't wearing and make sure that those closets look tidy. And what do you do with all this stuff once you have it in a box or a plastic bin? Well, I'll tell you a place that I never have photographed. The garage. Because these things, all of your doodads and knickknacks and all the extra, they need to live in the garage. And this is perfect because no one is going to judge you if this stuff is in the garage. It lives in the garage, and then when you are ready to move, it's already packed. So it's a win-win. Decluttering. Next, deep cleaning. Deep cleaning, oh my goodness. Spring buyers, they notice everything. And a clean home is a valuable home, and you have a valuable home. This can be done by someone you hire. If that's not an option, then this needs to be the cleaning job of your life. I mean, clean the baseboards, wash the windows, scrub the tile grout, and please do not forget about high up spaces. I have taken buyers to homes and we've looked up in the corner and there's a whole bunch of cobwebs, or there is a ceiling fan that has dust on it. You want to make sure all those spaces are clean. Decluttering, deep cleaning. Repairs. Yes, we all have repairs, but I want you to focus on the small repairs. The door handles that are loose, the burnt out light bulbs, the holes in the wall, the leaky faucet. Focus on all these small little repairs. A home buyer is going to bring in a home inspector, and the home inspector, because they have to point out everything, is going to mention all of these things. And this could get to be a costly negotiation for you. So do this in advance, and it's going to make your home so much better because all of these little things are going to be taken care of and negotiations will go much smoother. So decluttering, deep cleaning, small repairs, taking care of all those things. Next, we have paint. Now, paint, it doesn't need to be repainted everywhere, but if you have walls that are extra bold, that are dated, dirty, or are extra personalized, then you need to be painting. And painting with light colors is best. I'm talking warm beiges, light grays, soft whites. To many people, paint says a home is ready. So we have decluttering, we have deep cleaning, we have small repairs, we have painting. Curb appeal. What is curb appeal? Well, if I'm driving by with a client or they're driving by on their own and they see a home in the distance that they want to go look, maybe make an appointment for a showing, And then they see it from the road and they don't like it and it looks a mess. Well, they might say, oh, no, not that house. Well, you don't want that because your home is lovely and you want to show all its charming aspects. So take the time to make it a home that they pass by and drive by and say, ooh, let's go see that house. I'm talking about trimming bushes and shrubs and trees. I'm talking about cleaning flower beds. If it's clean, it will show a lot better on the outside. I'm talking about power washing dirty vinyl siding or walkways that are dirty. I'm talking about the front door. Yes, the front door. Maybe it needs a wreath or even a welcome mat. Anything that can bring the pure charm and beauty of your home. And then when someone is driving by, they're going to say, ooh, wow, that house looks lovely. Let's go look at it. Maybe that's a place we'd like to live. Sure. So what about the light? Springtime is a time of light. So then we have decluttering and deep cleaning, repairs, painting if needed, curb appeal, and then we have light. We want to bring the light in. So make sure you open those curtains, you bring up those blinds, you have the lights on in the house. Yes, so people can see what a clean, beautiful house that you have. Yes. So we have decluttering, deep cleaning, repairs, paint, curb appeal, light, staging. Staging could be as simple as putting some of that furniture in the garage that is maybe overcluttering your rooms, or it could mean rearranging the furniture. Sometimes buyers and I hire a company to come in and bring furniture if the home is going to be empty. Other times we take a vacant home and I will virtually stage it online. So there are many options with staging. But we want to also mention that a home that has less furniture is usually seen as larger. That's interesting. So we have decluttering, deep cleaning, repairs, painting, curb appeal, light, staging. And I don't want you to forget an important room or rooms that we haven't talked about. They're outdoor rooms. Yes, the porch, the deck. These are spaces that we want to point out because they're places that people can enjoy the great outdoors here. Yes, you want to make sure that people see how useful your yard or your deck or your porch is. And you want to make sure those spaces are clean, and also if there's furniture in those spaces that it is set up nicely, and then people can see their future memories in those spaces. Now we've talked about decluttering, deep cleaning, repairs, paint, curb appeal, letting the light in, staging, and we've talked about the outdoor spaces. And that is half of the equation. But there is also timing, pricing, and marketing strategy. And that's what I'm here for. I only work with professional photographers and videographers to take photos and video of your home, as well as measurements and floor plans. And it can make all the difference between a home that receives multiple offers and a home that just sits on the market. So setting your home up this spring for success involves all these strategic factors. Together, we can make this something that is not stressful and is strategic for you. And then you can move on to the next phase in your life. I am happy to talk to you about selling your home now or in the future, or answering any of your real estate questions. Please reach out to me. My name is Dara Kiley. I'm with Looking Glass Realty in Asheville. Thanks for spending some time with me today, and please send me all your questions as well. Have a great one. Happy selling your home.